morning in honor of God's word as we read our text. It's taken from Romans chapter 12, verse 2. Romans chapter 12, verse 2. And I'm just going to read half of that because that's all I need. It says, and do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind.
That's good.
Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Hallelujah. Father, in Jesus' name, we bless you and thank you for the opportunity to hear a word from you. Give us all ears to hear what you are saying in Jesus' name. Amen. Hallelujah. You be seated. Hallelujah. Bless the Lord. God is so good. I want to use for a subject this morning. And before we start looking at people strange, as if this sermon is for them, I want you to just embrace our text. Be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. And I want to use for a subject there's no such thing as normal. There's no such thing as normal. And I'm speaking this week and next week talking about mental illness. Mental health, because we have a workshop coming in July on mental health, and I thought it was appropriate that I give that workshop some foundation from the Word of God, because I'm not sure which direction they're going. I know they're going to be talking about mental health, but I believe it's going to be majority from a medicinal perspective, from a perspective that the doctors may prescribe, which is good. We need that. We need to see doctors concerning what's going on in our head. Hallelujah. But we also need to see Jesus and see the Word concerning what's going on in our head. And God gave me a subject, there's no such thing as normal, because all of us have an issue or two, or two. Every one of us. If you don't take control of your brain, if you don't take control of your brain, it will develop on its own. It will. It will develop thoughts based on what your senses experience, your five senses. I'm sure you've said at some point in your life, where did this thought come from? Where it came from, something you experienced through your senses. Sometimes it's hard defining who and what influenced you because you are unable to detect everything you encounter. While you're hearing one thing, you're feeling something else. While you're seeing one thing, you are touching something else. And so all those things send signals to your brain. At times, you can get stimulated in different areas simultaneously without knowing it. And it sends signals to your brain. You can be influenced by one of three sources: your mind, the devil, or the Holy Spirit. But there's two dangers you must avoid when you are trying to identify the root cause of what's going on in your mind.
Come on.
Two dangers you need to avoid: spiritualizing your feelings and psychologizing your problem.
Make it plain. Come on.
Spiritualizing your feelings and psychologizing your problems. You need to stay away from that. Stop trying to get deep. And we'll take it down a little bit in a minute. When you do either of these things, you are manifesting a dysfunction.
Make it plain.
You are manifesting a dysfunction. When you spiritualize your feelings and psychologize your problems, you are manifesting a dysfunction. Dysfunction is defined as impaired or abnormal functioning or abnormal or unhealthy interpersonal behavior or interaction within a group.
Right.
There's no such thing as normal. No such thing. Listen to these stats for me.
Come on.
A New York scientist working in the field of mental disorders reported to the United Nations Committee that up to 30% of the world's population was suffering, 30% was suffering from some form of mental trouble.
Come on.
30%.
Come on.
That's a third. In one of the world's largest cities, a 7-year study by experts showed that 4 of every 5 in the city had some mental disturbance. And the Antichrist is monopolizing on this behavior. He's taking advantage of it. He's drawing people close to him by making us confess something that we could get healed, delivered, strengthened in the Lord, healed and delivered from. The devil is making us confess those things and embrace, this is who I am, and this is who I'm going to be. Here's another stat. For over the past 30 years, the number of primary mental health personnel has increased from 14,000 to over 100,000. Just talking personnel. This personnel includes psychiatrists, psychologists, psychiatric social workers, and psychiatric nurses. Some 17 million mentally ill in the United States occupy half the hospital beds in America.
And prison.
Some years ago, Dr. Raymond Cantel, a Leonard Darwin research fellow, stated that speaking in round terms, a decline of average IQ for a town and country of about 3 points per generation is indicated, or 1 point per decade. If this were to continue for 300 years, half the population would be mentally defective.
You teach it. Yes.
The present rate of change must be one of the most galloping changes to bankruptcy that has ever occurred. Give you a couple more. Donald Whitman, he's a psychologist, said, he read a person who had 10,000 hours of psychoanalysis without substantial improvement. At an average of 1 hour per day, 5 days per week, this person sought help for more than 38 years. At a rate of $25 to $50 an hour, such a person could spend $250,000 to $500,000 just on trying to find out what's going on in their head.
Yes, sir.
With no guaranteed positive results. This one here was interesting to me. Premarital sex relations growing out of the so-called new morality have significantly increased the number of young people in mental hospitals. This was reported by Dr. Francis Braceland, former president of the American Psychiatric Association and currently the editor of the American Journal of Psychiatry. Mason told the National Methodist Convocation on Medicine and Theology in Rochester, Minnesota, that a more lenient attitude on campus about premarital sex experience has exposed stresses on some college women severe enough to cause emotional breakdown. This was posted in Christianity Today magazine. Interesting. There's no such thing as normal. We all got an issue or two.
Come on now.
If you believe there is such a thing as normal, keep on living. And you will become convinced everybody has a dysfunction.
Come on now.
Everybody. Sometimes we beat ourselves thinking, man, I wish I was like them. Man.
Come on now.
I wish I was like that person. Why? They got a dysfunction too.
Come on now.
You was made to deal with your dysfunction.
Yes, sir.
Why do you want to take on somebody else's dysfunction that you wasn't made to have?
Amen. That's my bad.
One of the fundamental theories of sociology is functionalism. What's important is how well do you accomplish the purpose for which you exist?
You teach.
Yeah, you need to ask yourself that. How well do you accomplish the purpose for which you exist? Are you functional?
Break it down.
Is the question. Are you functional? Now here's another question, and I'm going to answer this one for you. Are you consistently functional? No.
It's difficult.
Because when you talk about mental issues, we are quick to say, oh, that's not me. Oh, I'm saved. Oh, I got the blood. Oh, I speak the word. Oh, no, that's not me. But here's the question. This is the question then, to help define if you are normal or not. Are you consistently functional? No.
I need help.
Schools are functional when they educate and prepare people for living in society. Likewise, churches and families can be considered functional when they accomplish their particular purpose. When you fail, this is key. When you fail to achieve your purpose,
come on,
you are dysfunctional.
Teach.
That's our word.
Come on now.
When you fail to achieve your purpose in life, you are dysfunctional.
Teach.
3 common dysfunctional characteristics that undermine healthy family life. Extreme rigidity, don't want to change. Everything's the same. This is the way mama done did it, this is the way grandma done did it, this is the way we gonna do it, Oh, you talking dysfunction, man, that's dysfunction. To a degree, Number 2, maintain the silence of our problems, those secrets. Those secrets, you go to family reunion, every 10 years, and that's when you find out great-grandma was a drunk, great-great-grandma was a drunk, great-great-great-grandma was a drunk, now your grandfather was a drunk, your dad was a drunk, you struggling with alcoholism, and nobody wanted to talk about it. There's been 5 generations, and nobody wants to talk about it. Those secrets, You wonder why promiscuity is in generations. Because nobody wants to talk about it.
You teach it.
You go to church on Sunday, we all look good every Sunday.
That's right.
We look good. We got all the God, we got all the moves, we know.
Right.
We can say hallelujah, thank you, Jesus, praise the Lord. But we don't talk about those secrets.
Right.
Big dysfunction.
Right.
Number 3, isolation from those outside the family. Listen, you need to talk to somebody. You need to talk to somebody.
You on top of your
You
game.
need to talk to somebody
Pastor.
that don't live with you.
Right. Start grading your own
That's
stuff.
Yes, you do. You need to talk to somebody.
Yeah, we do.
Support.
There's nothing wrong with talking with somebody about your problem.
Come on now. I'll call Pastor in a minute.
Listen to me.
I will.
Dysfunction can be the byproduct of generational sin. We talked about this a little bit a few weeks ago. The unhealthy influence passed from parent to children,
Right.
grandchildren, and other descendants. Exodus chapter 20 says, in verses 4 through 6, Exodus, you shall not make for yourself a grave, a carved image, any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the water. You shall not bow down to them or serve them, for I, the Lord, your God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children to the third and fourth generation of those who hate him, but showing mercy to those, to thousands, to those who love me and keep my commandments. That's basically what I'm talking about. Generational stuff.
Generational curse.
So some of the things that you're dealing with, because the curse hasn't been broken, is not your fault.
Come on, Pastor.
It's something that started years ago. 10, 20, 30, 40, four generations ago. It started. You know, maybe hundreds of generations ago. It started back then. It's not your fault that you have these proclivities. It's not your fault that you have a desire to do certain things. And this spirit is all in you. It's been in your family for years. And it's transferred. And that's all because somebody failed to repent. Somebody in that generational line failed to repent and say, no longer will it stop here.
All right. That's good.
Let me just give just a little personal. I broke that spirit in one area of my family. Listen, I knew that my family had challenges, the men particularly, had challenges with finishing school. Baby, when I got there and I had a child, I said, no, baby, this curse is broken.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
From this point on, everybody gonna finish.
Yes, sir.
I wasn't concerned about on time.
Right.
I was concerned about finishing.
Yes, sir. The race is not won by the
Everybody, because the curse is broken. I looked back in my family line and saw the trend.
That's good. That's good.
And said, this dysfunction will not manifest in my home. Not this one.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's an issue, but not that one.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, not that one. Are you with me?
Right.
The family ministry at its best encourages the practice of faith as a means of replacing dysfunctional family life with healthy interpersonal relationships. The Bible is what shapes our thinking. All right? It's a good place to say amen. Amen. It is. It's what shapes our thinking.
Right.
Psalms 119, 105 says, your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path. Your word, it illuminates.
Good word.
It illuminates. It brightens up those dark and dull areas. The word of God does that. Not sitting around the table with grandma and them, because they're not talking anyway. All they do is talking foolishness. They ain't telling about the secrets. They ain't telling about what granddaddy did. They ain't telling about none of that stuff that you need to know. To change your life, to illuminate you. But the word of God is a lamp to your feet and a light to your path. Psalms 119 and 30 says, the interest of your words gives light. It gives understanding to the simple. Let me tell you, now, I don't want you, because when I start talking about y'all kin folks and stuff, y'all y'all see it, I'm looking around, oh boy, I think so here, but let me tell you, if you can't get through to them, I'm talking about the kin folks, if you can't get through them, Go to God. He tell you about them.
Yeah.
For your sake. He says the interest of your word gives light and gives understanding to the simple. If you're struggling in an area, if you're being too simplistic or too simple in the area, God will illuminate you in that area. If you don't know something about this or about that or about them or about that, God will illuminate you. He'll let you know.
Yes.
Thank you.
Because he don't want this thing to consistently perpetuate to the next generation, and the next generation, and the next generation.
That's good.
All right, are you with me?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying real hard not to pretend to come across as a psychologist.
Yeah, you good though.
Or a person with some type of medical degree, because I am so far from it.
You teaching.
And I'm just trying to enlighten you in what God says concerning mental challenges and how we're supposed to handle it.
Right there. Yeah.
In the medical model, and organic illness is the cause of various symptoms in the body.
Break that down.
The body is sick because something outside the body has affected it.
Come on. From outside for
A
us.
person has the flu because of a flu virus.
Come on.
That person cannot be held responsible for the inability to work, since the illness is the result of something that affected the body. The same logic is used in dealing with behavior that is difficult to explain. When a person has a bizarre behavior, a laboratory studies find no organic cause for the behavior, non-believers have theorized that the person is mentally sick.
Come on. Teach.
Just as the body gets sick, they conclude the mind is sick. And since the mind is sick, the person cannot control the behavior and is not responsible for his actions. Anytime a person functions in an abnormal or irresponsible way, that person is considered mentally or emotionally ill, with a mind and emotions that are believed to be sick.
My God.
We were born, all of us, we were born and shaped in iniquity. All right, every last one of us. We were all born with a dysfunction. Because we were born in sin.
That's right.
We all were born with a dysfunction.
That's right.
Sin made us dysfunctional.
That's right.
Sin attempts to blind us from our potential.
Come on.
Sin attempts to blind us from our purpose.
Praise the Lord, Pastor.
We don't quickly recognize what power we have in us because of sin. We don't quickly embrace what our purpose is in life because of sin. It's sad, but it's true. Some people get 40, 50, 60, 70 years still trying to find out who am I? What should I be doing?
What's my assignment?
Sin has manifested that dysfunction in your mind.
Come on.
Telling you consistently for 40, 50, 60, 70 years old. You don't need to know that. You don't need to do that. You don't need to go over there. If you do this, then that's not what God. I'm talking about sin. That's not what God has you do. So instead of embracing something and trying it until you find out where it fits, you do nothing.
Right. You're on top of your game.
Sin.
Yeah. This is good.
Sin makes us look deformed if God does not see us through the blood.
Come on now. Break that down.
Jesus.
If God don't see you through the blood, then God sees you with a major dysfunction.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Jesus.
You on top
A
of
couple
your game.
points here. First, mental disorders occur across cultural boundaries.
Right?
Second, the precise form of disorders varies across cultures, with some disorders being very different and others similar in varied cultures. I'll give you a couple of big words here that I had to struggle to make sure I say it right. I hope I get it right. Since a Christian's approach is mainly concerned with ethical and moral issues, the difference between a medical and socio-psychological conceptualization of mental illness have profound implications
Yes, sir.
from a Christian's perspective.
Hey.
In a medical conceptualization, the alcoholic, the depressive, the psychopathic, the developmentally disabled,
Come on.
and other disordered individuals are seen primarily as victims of process outside of their control.
That's it.
If
That's
the
it.
problem is viewed as a behavior disorder, the individual's responsibility for his or her present condition becomes a permanent issue with clear moral implications.
Come on,
Stay with it. Stay with it.
Come on. Come on.
You got that.
The problems may be even more complicated since contemporary research increasingly shows that personal social lifestyle is a major contributing factor in contracting various physical diseases.
Come on.
Yeah,
What am I talking about?
Yeah, that's good.
Break it down.
Who do you hang out with?
Break it down.
It affects what's going on in your head. Some of the reasons you act like you act is because you was with Bubba them last night.
Yep.
I'm just telling you the truth, man. I mean, we 30, 40, 50, 60 years old, and that principle still works. Yeah, it still works, you know. Who you hang out with? Where do you hang out?
Place.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Come on,
There's
man.
spirits in these places.
Right.
Yeah, all up in there. Without confessing the blood, without covering yourself in the blood.
Good.
There's some places, now, you should be able to go anywhere and it not affect you.
Right.
But there's some places you ought not be hanging out.
Oh. We read
It
it.
ought not be a consistent. Because if it's a consistent hanging out, then you are walking in and inviting in things that ought not be connected to you.
Come on, Pastor.
And it affects what's going on in your head.
Trigger. Trigger. You on top of your game.
Yeah.
Wait.
What do you do
Yeah.
when you are hanging out? Affects your behavior. Yeah. What do? You know, some folks don't do anything.
That's right.
They come in, they come to church. Oh man, I had a bad night last night.
No
I just need to get a bird. But there's no repentance, there's no change.
My.
No repentance, there's no change. You just had a bad experience. But you have not repented.
Come on, Pastor.
Changed anything. Some behaviors, hear me well here,
Yes, sir.
because saints, we probably need more saints doing this than we like to confess. Some behaviors need to be medicated by doctors.
Yes. We saw the outside help.
Some, not all, not for everybody, but, you know, we can't be spiritualized and everything. You need to pray and take that pill, baby.
Yes, sir. You teaching? You teaching?
I'm not trying to be funny because there's a lot of funny guys that we talk about. It really isn't, you know, but it's true. It's true. You know, I see them. I can tell. I can tell when they did and I can tell when they didn't.
I'm still here. I ain't shook nobody.
Some behavior at times need to be restrained. You need to just sit down, and pull yourself in. You know what I'm saying? You know, let's not act like, you can just get up and go about anytime. Well, you're not fit
Come on, Pastor.
to get up and go about it. Sometimes you need to sit still
Right.
and just be restrained, get in the presence of the Lord,
Right.
allow the Word of God to bathe you, allow the Word of God to cleanse you, to heal you, to deliver you. Sit still. Are you with me?
You teach.
Now, just in case you didn't see yourself in those two scenarios, all behaviors need to be transformed by the renewing of your mind.
Third step.
All of us.
Third step.
There's no such thing as normal. So all of us need to be transformed by the renewing of our mind.
You teach.
Through the Word of God, by the Holy Spirit, we need to be transformed. And I'm going to talk a little more about that next week. How to be transformed by the renewing of our mind. But I want to just hit this mental issue a little bit today. Just a little bit. What we allow to stimulate our brain is what affects how we respond.
Right.
Your dysfunction or function is based on what you allow to enter your mind.
You teach.
Right. Proverbs 23:7 says, "For as a man thinks in his heart, so is he." As you meditate, whatever you meditate on, that's who you are. Whatever you meditate on, that's who you are. We all have entertained the question, do I have a mental illness? Okay.
Come on.
Okay, you feel, you act like you crazy. You talk like you crazy. Look in the mirror. Yeah, I had a few of those moments where I had to question myself and really shake myself good. That's not me. No.
That's my man.
But let me remind you once again, there is no such thing as normal.
Come on.
And it's okay.
This is good.
Your thoughts shape your life. We have good thoughts, I'm almost done. We have good thoughts, we have bad thoughts. The Bible provides a framework for thinking. It provides a framework for thinking. Psalms 94 verse 11 says, "The Lord knows the thoughts of man, and they are futile, pointless, unsuccessful, useless." He knows our thoughts. So why are we deceiving ourselves, acting like we have it all together? When there's some challenges that we all have. We all got a few challenges too. And God knows them. And if you are not sure about them, you need to talk to Him about yourself.
Yes, sir. Start through prayer and meditation.
Proverbs 16:3 says, "Commit your works to the Lord, and your thoughts will be established."
That means they're coming.
When you commit your works to the Lord, your purpose to the Lord, your thoughts will be established by Him. When I started off, I said, if we don't take control of our mind, it will take control of itself. If you don't tell your mind what to think, how to respond, it will respond based on who you with, what you do, what you touch, what you see, what you hear.
You teach.
But if you commit your works to the Lord, He says, I will establish your thoughts.
Come on. That's good.
Romans 12:2 says, "And do not be conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind." I want to say this again. I'm not trying to be demeaning or anything like that. I'm just trying to help you to understand, because see, we are quick to talk about somebody else's dysfunction.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll do that in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
You know, but we all have one,
Yeah.
or two, or three.
Come on.
Keep going.
There's no such thing as normal. The person who's trying to label you with a dysfunction has what it's with. We all are work in progress, and God knows us all. He understands us. He embraces us as we are.
Thank you. Thank you.
Just how we are. He embraces us and he loves us. He is willing and ready to work with us to help us transform our minds. Alright?
Help me.
You can change.
Thank you.
I'm talking about the way you think. You can.
Yes.
Yeah, you can. If you want to
Right.
be changed.
Willingness.
You can change. And God is just waiting on you to say, help me.
Help me.
Help me, Lord. Help me to stop thinking like that. Help me to stop looking like that.
Right.
Help me to stop touching stuff I ought not touch. Help me to stop going places I ought not
Right.
go. Help me to stop saying stuff I ought not say. He said, if you just ask for help, I'll help you with your dysfunction.
Come on.
I know you're not going to get no shout out today, but you know,
Amen. This is good.
we need to be edified and educated.
Right.
You know,
Teach.
that's what we need today.
Teach.
God says, I'm willing. He says, he will not condemn us. God will not condemn us because of our dysfunction. Now, God, that bless us.
Thank you.
I kept saying, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus, for not condemning me because of my dysfunction. And let me just tell you why I said that. Because I recognize most of my dysfunctions. I recognize most of my dysfunctions. And God said, I'm not going to condemn you for that. That's under the blood. Yeah. Right. And all I can say is thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Now help me to be transformed.
Right. Help me.
By the renewing of my mind. Help me to change this mind.
This to change.
Now this is who I am, but this is not who you want me to be. So help me. You showed me and I embraced it. Now help me to change that thing.
You teach.
Psalms 139, I'm ending right here. Verse 2 says, you know my sitting down and my rising up. You understand my thoughts afar off.
Yes, God.
See, dysfunction does not mean you are not functioning. It just means you're functioning with the deficit. That's all.
Come on, Pastor.
It don't mean you're not part of the team. You're just not at your best.
Come on.
It's not, it doesn't mean that you can't get the job done. You just can't do it at the level he would like you to do it because you are working with a dysfunction.
Thank you.
Preach.
Yeah,
So you can still praise him.
thank you.
You can still worship him.
Hallelujah.
You can still serve him. You can still serve the man.
Right.
Even in your dysfunction. See, the devil will try to get us to think, oh, I'm so messed up, I can't be used.
Right.
I am so, God don't want to use this mess here, And God said, hold on now, why are you saying something about yourself that I don't say? Why are you saying what you can't do when I just told you you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you? Why are you saying you can't be a conqueror when I told you that you are more than a conqueror through Jesus Christ who loves you? Change your mind about yourself.
Come on. This is motivation.
Change your mind. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Everybody that walked in here with the dysfunction. But we all have a purpose, we have an assignment, and we can do it to a level that God will be glorified and his people edified.
You're on top of your game. What's up?
There's no such thing as normal. So next time they look at you and frown, look back at them and smile. All right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know how they do it. They look at you like you ain't got, like you don't have what it takes. Yeah, next time they look at you like you don't have what it takes, look at them and smile.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
I'm the man for the job. That's why I'm here. not do it like you. I'm gonna do it the way God dictated to me.
That's right. Amen.
And you say what you want.
Come on here.
There's nothing, there's no such thing as normal, but we all are called by God. We're gonna get a little deeper next week on how.
You're on top of your game.
Let's stand in the praise.
Oh, man.
That's good, Pastor.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I pray that I gave you something to think about.
Yes, yes.
Like I'm in my second
Jesus' name, let me pray. Father, in Jesus' name, I thank you for your word.
Thank you.
Your word has illuminated us,
Yes,
has enlightened us.
yes,
Your word has challenged us
yes.
to press on even in our dysfunction.
Come on.
Your word has pushed us to a new place in you.